the spiritual side of a personal elevator, cleaning your mind and experiencing the self. When the mind is cleansed, it becomes capable of reflecting the self. We all know that mirrors in our homes need to be cleaned frequently. But have you ever stopped to think about how important it is to clean the mirrors of your mind? When you look at a dusty mirror, what do you see? You can't see your reflection very well, if at all. The dust is in the way. It obscures the picture. When you are not able to see yourself clearly in a mirror, it makes it harder for you to know who you really are. Your reflection is hidden from sight by the dirt from others and from within yourself that is covering up who you really are deep down inside of yourself. The same thing goes for your mind. To see your true self reflected back at you, your mind needs to be clean and clear so that no one else's opinions or ideas about who they think you should be can get in the way of forming a proper self-concept about who you really are. What steps should one take to cleanse the mind? There are many ways to begin your spiritual journey, but the first step is always the same: to cleanse your mind of all negativity. This can be done through regular meditation and prayer, especially on the self. By focusing on the notion that you are unconditionally in love with yourself, you will be able to release any negative energy that may be trapped inside of you. Meditation is a great tool for self-reflection and allows you to see things from a new perspective, as well as build positive karma and strengthen your spirituality. Cleanse the mind by recognizing that there is nothing but the self. The second and important step is understanding that there is nothing but the self. This may sound simple, but it's also very difficult to truly comprehend. The world around us seems so real, and our minds tell us that we are separate from other people and animals. But we are only experiencing life through a limited filter, a filter created by our own minds. If you have been able to see the world without this filter and observe yourself observing the world, then you know what I'm talking about already. The third step is to recognize that there is nothing other than the self. At this stage in your journey, it is important to practice meditation daily until you can no longer deny that everything in existence springs from one singularity. When you meditate on this concept with an open mind, it will become clear to you as well. A new understanding emerges when you recognize that there is nothing but the self, that our lives are simply manifestations of an underlying consciousness that had existed since before time began and will continue long after we pass away. This realization can be incredibly challenging for those who haven't yet cleansed their minds using meditation. You must let go of everything in order to find inner peace with what truly matters in life: love, compassion for others, charitable action, and enlightenment through regular use of meditation. Finally, once all other steps have been overcome and your mind has been emptied of distractions, you will experience that there is nothing but the self. Clean your mind so that you can see that there is nothing but yourself. There are no words to describe the self. The self is beyond description, beyond thought, and beyond speech. The best way in which I can describe it is through an analogy or by explaining what it can do for the individual who experiences it. The knowledge of the self will fill you with infinite happiness, joy, and peace because you realize that you are completely free from all limitations of time and space. You realize that there are no limitations to your true nature as consciousness, awareness, or spirit. You know yourself to be completely free from disease, old age, and death. The more your mind and body are filled with bliss, the more intense will be your experience of the self. Bliss is a state of being in which the mind is so still that it experiences perfect inner silence and peace. During these blissful moments, you feel no pain or discomfort anywhere in the body, which is an indication that your mind is capable of experiencing higher states of consciousness beyond body awareness. Bliss will also protect you from fear, as well as negative thoughts and emotions such as anger, lust, greed, or jealousy, which can create a lot of stress and worry in your life. The experience of deep inner happiness comes from being able to go beyond the turbulence caused by these negative thoughts and emotions. A blissful mind has been purified of all negative tendencies and therefore becomes naturally open to positive qualities such as love, compassion, generosity, peace, and joy. You are always existing in the eternal now. The eternal now is the only moment that exists. It is the gateway to eternity, the dimension of the timelessness which contains all time. The eternal now is the bridge between heaven and earth. It is the doorway to the fifth dimension. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. Aho. This is a message to humanity from Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation.